Hello, I'm Tom Bailey, and in today's episode, I'll be getting to know Leigh and Ted Matheson, who are the founders of Parent Boss Life, that teaches business owners how to train their teams to run the day-to-day in the business so the owners can have a lucrative business and plenty of time for their families. So Leigh and Ted, hello, and a very warm welcome to today's episode.
Hi there, how you going?
How you going, Tom?
How you going?
Yeah, very good, thanks. I can detect some accents there. Whereabouts in the world are you right now?
We're in Geelong in Victoria, Australia.
In Australia, we're Aussies.
Awesome, amazing. So you're the other side of the clock face than us here in the UK.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So I just want to share a little bit more about you before we do get started. So as serial entrepreneurs, Leigh and Ted have built 5 successful businesses in 2 different countries and have trained hundreds of employees and their bosses. They're the creators of the Work Life Pendulum System, which they've used to train 50 of their own employees so effectively that they were able to take a 5-week honeymoon without checking in once. Sounds good to me.
Yes, it was good.
The title for today's episode is How Parent Bosses Can Get Sustained Work-Life Flexibility and Balance. And Leigh and Ted are going to show us how they can do that in just 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So question number 1 for both of you, I guess, is who is the ideal client that you work with?
So we generally work with parents who have kids still living at home and they own a business.
Mm-hmm.
They still work in their business. They employ staff. And it is generally the main income for one or both of the parent bosses.
Yeah, makes complete sense. And I suppose when they come to you initially, what do you think is the biggest challenge that they normally face?
I guess they're realizing that they're stressed, they're time poor, they feel like they're not doing a lot, perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They're struggling between mixing their time between their business and home, and they're not taking care of themselves, mentally, physically, and just, not catching up with friends, and, they just feel like they're doing a bad job of every part of their life, really. So they're really stressed like that.
Got it. And I guess this stress can put a lot of pressure on them. What impact do you say all of this does have on either them personally or their business?
Well, in their business, they're not giving 100% to their business. Most of the time, they're not focused.
Mm-hmm.
They take longer to do things. They might not be doing their best work. They can tend to be bogged down in the day-to-day. And even sometimes they're missing out on sales and profits, even customers, because they don't have the time to develop new products and bring out new offers that are going to add to the bottom line.
Perfect. Excellent. So those people listening to this who are starting to connect with this message and feel like they may be your ideal client, what would you say is one valuable piece of advice that you might give to somebody to help them solve the problem?
Just stop trying to do it all. Like, I think everyone has it in their mind that they have to do absolutely every single job, that they're the only ones who can do it. They need to realize that there's so many resources out there, so many ways that they can, train their staff to do, some day-to-day jobs in their business that means they're not bogged down in some of those little jobs. There's resources out there. Make sure you're using a bookkeeper. We use a grocery service, so we're not going to the supermarket every week and tying ourselves up for an hour. There's all these sort of services and things that you can do, and that just frees up their time. Then they can focus on what's important to them, and they can then progress their business as well.
Yeah, we've got the mindset, I get the benefit of getting this done, but I don't have to do it myself. And as soon as you start to think in those things, it's amazing how much extra time you can get.
Great. And I guess you made a good point there. It's outweighing the cost versus your time, isn't it? So you might think I'll save money by going to the supermarket, but how much does an hour of my time cost as a business?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, great insight. And I do love the thought of outsourcing grocery deliveries and, maybe getting someone to mow the lawn, just those little kind of things that can help you really focus.
Totally. Yep.
Right. So you mentioned resources that are out there as well. What's one valuable resource that you can share with people to help them solve this problem?
I guess we've got on our website, we've got a Stop Doing It All Yourself guide, and that just steps through. It explains that the pendulum system you were talking about, and just gives you 5 easy things that you can do to just free up your time, and then you can refocus on what's important to you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're living life just to do things you want to do and to spend time with your family and friends and that sort of thing. So that resource is just quick and easy. It's a quick read and just give you some ideas of what you can do.
Amazing. And where can people find that?
That's at justparentbosslife.com.
Great. So go to parentbosslife.com. What I'll do is I'll put that link into the show notes as well, so people can click on that and then go and download that guide.
Okay, sounds good.
So not sure who this question's aimed at, maybe both of you, but what would you say is one of your greatest either mistakes, failures, or learnings that you've made either in life or in business, and what did you learn from it?
Well, it's like you said before, we personally regret not valuing our time better, not prioritizing better, and taking so long to understand the difference between low value tasks and quality time. Now, like you said before, low value tasks are cleaning your own house, mowing your own lawn, physically going and spending the hour at the grocery store and doing your weekly shop, even in your business, doing every single piece of the bookkeeping yourself, doing all the ordering and stuff yourself. These are things that need to be done to make things still work, but it just doesn't mean that you have to be the person that is doing it. And as soon as you understand that and you get some help with that, that's where you get your quality time. And the quality time, you know, we're spending one-on-one date nights with our kids now so that we can really get to know them better. We drive them to school in the morning. We're having like a dance party in the car because we're bopping on the way to school. You know, they're the things that we now understand we're all going to remember, not who cleaned the bathroom, not who went and got the shopping.
Yeah,
exactly. And I mean, that it also means, you know, we don't take a step back from the business at all. It's, you know, because there's less stress there's less focus on the day to day, you know, we're more engaged in a way that we can focus on customers. We can focus on, you know, for us in our bakery, developing new products and, you know, ways to, you know, create more offers for people and all that sort of stuff that, you know, encourages people to come in and try us. So that's what we focus on as well. Yeah.
Right. I love it. And yeah, lots of great advice. And yeah, me as a new parent, it's given me some great ideas where I need to focus my time as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Become selfish with it in a way.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to become selfish with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the last question from me today is, what is the one question that I should have asked you that also brings some great value to our audience?
We think you should have asked us, who are the team members that you consider vital in this parent boss life? So when it comes to the business, we wouldn't go into business now if we didn't have a bookkeeper, if we didn't have a social media manager, and we didn't have staff team leaders who helped us, you know, in the areas of the business with the day-to-day things. And then when it comes to home, you know, now that we've had them, we wouldn't do without a house cleaner, someone to mow the lawns, a meal delivery service, and a grocery delivery service. They've become essential.
Fantastic. I love it. And just one quick last question on that point is, would people start with virtual assistants or would they start with actually hiring full-time staff? What would be your recommendation?
Depends. I mean, with the business that most parent bosses, they've already got staff. So, but a lot of people will buy a business and they generally won't know how to train them. So we can help with that because we've been trainers for so many years now. It's really quite easy to train people. So, you know, it might be just a matter of you don't need to hire anyone else. You might just need to utilize the people that you've got better.
Great. Love that answer. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, thanks again so much, Leigh and Ted, for your time today. I really appreciate you coming along and sharing such great insights and value with our audience.
Cool. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for your time.